You don't often get an anarchist tribute song. It's a crazy band. You don't get that a lot. An anarchist tribute song because they're dead serious. They're not dead serious.
No, James Paulus is coming like now in May. The Greek anarchist.
The Greek anarchist is coming. What's he called?
James Paulus, and he's hilarious.
What's he called?
James Paulus. Despite all that, he's like an old anarchist. As I give you.
In Melkweg, there's a Greek anarchist coming in.
End of May or so.
What's he called again?
Jimmy's from Jim. Paulus.
There's a Greek anarchist playing in Melkweg.
Very fun.
You need to be an anarchist with a name like that, really, wouldn't you? I mean, you just, there was... One time I met a Greek guy at a gig, and I was talking to him, and I said, "What's your name?" And he said, "My name is Prophylacticus Papadopoulos." Yeah. No, I'm not joking. He's called Prophylacticus. Yeah, I know, but it's true. Prophylactic, yeah. His dad named him after a condom. I thought, is he trying to tell you something? It's true. He was called Prophylacticus Papadopoulos. He really was. He was seriously called that. I thought, my God, this is the set off for the evening. But he really was called Prophylacticus Papadopoulos. It's almost like Biggest Dickers, isn't it? It's like a real live version. It's true. We're just chaps. Sit down. Come join the throng. Come and join the throng.
Okay.
It's a tribute song. I think I'm going to do this because I could do some satirical song about vegans and hipsters and all the rest of it. I could do that. Yeah, you want that, do you?
Yeah.
Not getting it, bastards. But this is a song that was written in 1993, and it's a song about an anarchist, vegan, hardcore, puritanical, hardcore punk band from the north of England. We played with them in Berlin, right? And I wrote this song about them. I hadn't seen them for years, and they're dead serious, right? They're right political people, right? And I hadn't seen them, and I met them at a place called the Villa Friekens. Anybody in Amsterdam North? No? Villa Friekens? This is in Amsterdam North. It's in Kraakpand. No, there we go. Right. I met them. I hadn't seen them for ages. And I played them this song, and they said, "Yeah, alright, we can do that. That's great." So I'm allowed. This has been, as the Dutch would say, gedogen, getolereerd. That's funny actually in Dutch. It's funny, right? It's funny in Dutch, right? That some if you're learning Dutch, if you're here new in Holland, what's funny is one word, one expression you must learn. You must learn, and it's not gratis or vergunning or. There's one expression, I'll explain it to you. I was a freelance entertainer, and I decided to join the disgusting, evil corporate world. And so I went to the Kamer van Koophandel. I love the way the door shut there in Italian. I went to the Kamer van Koophandel, and the door went poof. You hear that? I went to the Kamer van Koophandel, and I said to them, "Look, I want to start my business. I want to get a normal job, so I'm going to start my business. Ik wil me uitschrijven. I want to deregister here." And I went to the office there by Amsterdam Centraal, and I said, "Look, I want to deregister." And she looked at me and went, over the glasses. No, you can't do that here. I was, "Well, what do you mean I can't do that here?" "No, you got to do that online." I was going, no, right, like that. I'll explain this, right? I've just came here, right, through time and space on my bicycle to meet you in a place called the Kamer van Koophandel, which I believe is the Chamber of Commerce, which involves people like me who were doing commerce, and now I don't want to do commerce anymore, and I just need to take a form and take an old-fashioned thing called a pen. I know everybody these days is all swipey, but it's got kind of ink in it, and it's kind of long. And now, like you should give me a form, and sign it. And then ben ik uitgeschreven. She goes, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that." I was going, "No. Why not? I've just come all the way to the Kamer van Koophandel to sign out of my business." She said, No, because if you do that, you'll have to see somebody. I was going, "Yeah, that's the way it works, right? You kind of get some beambte, as they say in German. You get an ambtenaar, and she goes, "No." And what you get is when we're having an argument in Holland, there's one expression Once you've got to one expression, you can't go any further, and the expression is, er is niet de bedoeling. Once you've got, that's like a minefield, right? That's like a verbal minefield. That's like the 48th or 49th parallel between North and South Korea. That's like the China, Great Wall of China. That's like the, no, er is niet de bedoeling. Can't do that. Not allowed to do that.
That's not what I mean.
Not allowed to do that, are you? Once you got this, niet de bedoeling. There is no, geen discussie, that's it. So I fucking went home, went online, wanted to sign out, and the computer fucking blew up. Dat was echt niet de bedoeling. But you get the thing as well, it's like people, you notice when people react to language in different countries, you get this. You get, if you speak, people love emotions, and the French people, they would go, it's a little tiny French man, and he has a voice like a fucking volcano. Show the emotions. And then you have Italian guys, and they're all completely, it's all the head voice, yeah? And the Dutch, when they're excited, you get the other thing, and you get, hey, hey. That's an emotional outburst for a Dutch person, isn't it? I'll tell you, if you're at a party and Jan Willem goes, hey, hey, look out, get the fuck out. Don't worry about Al Qaeda, don't worry about ISIS, it's going to kick off in that room. It's like a fucking buzzer from a quiz noise. Who the fuck invented hey hey? Where did that come from? And of course, if you're in the Jordan, you get the Lange Forum. That's the real emotion. That's the old. Ik zit in de jaren 500 in Amsterdam of 1000 jaar in Amsterdam. Terwijl Amsterdam alleen maar 700 jaar oud is. Look at that kind of shit going on. But if you get a hey, what you do, if you're here, do it straight back, honestly. If somebody goes hey, go hey, straight back. And then you'll get a funny look. And it'll be like this, it'll be... Dat is niet de bedoeling, hoor. Right, active mind.
Yeah.
God, that's the longest ever preamble I've done for this song ever. If there's anybody from the north of England, they might get the Yorkshire accent when I attempt it. Well, I know a band from Scarborough, and they call them Active Minds. They've got Yorkshire bloody accents, and they can roast your bloody minds. Active Minds! Active Minds! You get the idea, right? Yeah? Active Minds. Active Minds. Well, Babs, he looks like E.T. He's the one what plays guitar, and his music it comes from Sirius 3. He's like an alien orchestra. And Babs, Seth sits down behind him, he bashes hell out of his drum kit, and his hair falls down in front of his face. It makes him look like Cousin It, you know, the one from Addams Family. It's true, right? It's true, like Babs, a big tall lanky guy like this, huge big guy, like kind of E.T. sort of guy with his guitar, and behind him he had like 5 amplifiers. And they do these kind of punk protest songs, and each song is about 15 seconds long. Smash the stage! Fast fascism! Fast patriarchy! And I listened to him on a gig and thought, wow, that was a fucking brilliant song. He goes, what do you mean brilliant song? That was my fucking album. You think they'd be into drugs or booze, but they don't go for that crowd. They put Elton John to bloody shame. They made a grandmother feel proud. And they played with our band in Berlin, and the punks all offered them booze. But Seth and Babs said, very much, I'm afraid we don't approve. They eat no living creature. They're northern Puritan punk. Drink too much mineral water, and they get completely drunk as they active. Come on, people. Release your inner punk.
Yes.
You go to all these fucking healthy yoga gatherings where everyone's got to go number mantra mantra, number mantra mantra. Come on! Release your inner punk. Come on, I want you to hear you growling. I want everyone growling. Go on, active minds. Yeah, brilliant. Wow, fucking hell. Wow, that was like Slipknot. Wow, that was like fucking Fleischmann. Active Brilliant. Active minds. Active minds. And I said it was a tribute song, which you don't normally do as a comedian. You normally just take the piss. But if at some point in future you're looking for a very good gig, you won't find them playing with Oasis, because compared to a band like Active Minds, Oasis aren't very big. I wish I was more like Active Minds and I could relive how it feels to play for joy and not just for cash, and to play for my fucking ideas. Please welcome, wonderful comedian. Please welcome all the way from Ireland, his last show in Amsterdam before he goes back to Ireland. Please welcome the wonderful Ted Johnson.
Hello. How are you?
Go
Give it up. I know, darling. It's okay. I'll take you. No, give up for all the comedians tonight and the wonderful MC. I mean, Broccoli Orange, what a fantastic act that was. What an arse. I was watching the show, I was thinking, I'm going to have to change my fucking act. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you my arse. I was watching. You know?
Thank you.
It would just look like a really... Because I'm a very hairy man, you've probably noticed. Just look like a very angry St. Bernard. So yeah, I am from Ireland. Any Irish people in?
No.
I always had Paul with me, he goes, any Irish people in? Yeah, I know you were on the train next to me. But, no, Irish people are great. We are lovely people, you know. Just don't ask us for directions. That's our downfall. Right, there was a Dutch couple, they were in Ireland and they were saying, well, they wanted to go to this place. They asked this old man, and he said, the most brilliant thing I've ever heard. He just said, well, I wouldn't start from here. What does that even mean? What, are you going to fucking sail out to an island and maybe start from there? What are you talking about? Or you're a classic, well, if you're looking for that pub, go straight down there, you'll see a big white building. Ignore that completely. So why did you fucking mention it in the first place? We're very confused people. Lovely, but confused. But yeah, I know I don't, sorry, by the way, I know I don't look stereotypically Irish. I know you're kind of looking a bit bewildered, that one, and I'm kind of posing a look of maybe a mixture of somebody, an extra who's wandered off the set of a really bad 1970s cop movie. Or somebody who's failed miserably at a Scary Spice lookalike competition. I know. But yeah, you know, Easter, is it just me? I'm just getting older or something, but time is going really fast. You know, we just had Easter. Did you have a nice Easter? And that, yeah, it was nice. You know, I mean, I was brought up predominantly Irish Catholic, and we always had this thing. Do you think Jesus was a carpenter? That was the thing, you know. And we had the Easter. And I said, well, I was thinking about it. Of course he was a carpenter. You know, he had a nice dinner on the Thursday night. Never showed up for work on the Friday. Came into work Monday afternoon with a ridiculous story. Went missing for a few days. Doesn't that sound like every carpenter you've ever had to deal with in your life? You know? But my son is going to be 17 soon. And they always say, oh, that's a difficult age. He's at that difficult age. I'm 38, I'm at a difficult age. Men are always at a difficult, what is he, 59? Oh, it's a difficult age. You see, men are born, they're at a difficult age, and then death. See, that's how that works. But he's getting, at the moment now in high school, he's getting career advice. This is what you get. You get career advice, right? And you get career guidance. And it kind of dawned on me, as he was telling me, I was thinking, yeah, you know, what do you want to be? And yeah, he wants to be a carpenter and travel around the world. I said, go, travel, carpent. And then it just brought me back to when I was in high school. And I was just thinking, do you ever notice that like people who give career guidance never actually advise you to become a career guidance teacher? How shit of a job must that be? You're dealing with little snotty teenagers who, quite frankly, couldn't give a fuck what they're doing after lunch. Not in line with the rest of their lives. Just kind of dawned on me. I just thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, any Australians in?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sorry, where are you from?
Sydney.
You're from Sydney? Okay. My parents lived in Melbourne, Frenchy Gully for... Do you know Frenchy Gully, Melbourne?
No.
No, right. There was a link there, I'm not going to use it. But it was bad, because my mother was pregnant, right? My brother was born in Canberra, actually. But my mother was pregnant with me when she went back to Ireland, okay? And that was the thing. I used to get really teased at school. I know you wouldn't think it now to look at me, but I did. And they used to say things like, your mother had sex with an Aboriginal, that's why you look like that, you weird curly-haired, freaky-looking prick. By the way, Irish school teachers can be very cruel. But you're a lovely crowd. It's nice. It's a nice, warm feeling. You know, this is actually going to be like one of my final gigs for a while. I'm going to go back to Ireland. To be honest, I'm actually going back to quit drinking. Let me repeat that sentence. I am going back to Ireland to quit drinking. That is the equivalent of giving Gary Glitter a babysitting job. Okay? No. Sorry, too soon? Sorry. Is that too soon? But yeah, you know, because Irish people love to drink. You might have noticed. You know, Irish people will use any excuse to go drinking. I once went here, right, in Amsterdam on a 3-day bender because Ramadan was over. Don't even know what the fuck Ramadan is, okay? But it was over and they seemed to be enjoying themselves, so I joined in. So we have some Dutch people in, do we? All the Nederlanders here wezen zijn aan boord. Yeah, I've had my fair share of Dutch women. What can I say about you? You're fucking mental, right? You're just as mental as Irish women, but just that little bit more focused and organised. I was nearly married to a Dutch woman, but I remember first when I got here, when I was trying to learn Dutch, right? Okay, so hands up the people, English-speaking people who are learning Dutch. Okay, we have a few of you, and it's hard. It's hard for us, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You know, and at the start, when I got my English-Dutch dictionary, my woordenboek, right? And I was there, and now, I think, I have a theory. I have many theories. And this is theory 4B, right? But I think Dutch people put mistakes in to fuck us up, right? Yeah. I wouldn't blame them, because it's hilarious. Now, at the start, when I started learning Dutch, there's this phrase. Now, how do you say "don't worry" in Dutch? Maak geen zorgen over. Precies, right? Now, do you know what it said in my Dutch book? Niet zeuren. For those of you who don't speak Dutch, it says for "don't worry." Now, you've got, that means, right, maak geen zorgen over, don't worry, Needs you to stop whining like a fucking bitch. A little different, I think. No wonder I didn't have any Dutch friends for about a year. I just go walking around the place telling people, stop whining like a little bitch, will you? I remember the first time I went with the first Dutch girlfriend into a pizzeria. What's the word for the hug? Knuffel. Knuffel. What's the word for garlic? Yeah. Sounds pretty similar, doesn't it? I was sitting there, and the next thing I was ordering a pizza. I said, "Ik wil graag een pepperoni pizza, maar zonder knuffel." I would love a pepperoni pizza, but don't have the hug. I don't have the hug. I realised what a fucking idiot I was, and the only reason I could get out of it, I just went, well, in Ireland, when you order a pizza, it always comes with a hug, because that's how fucking friendly we are. But yeah, you know, you have the word, and see, that's the thing with English, native English-speaking people. With the Dutch language, a lot of the words sound really similar. Like, you have a place, I come from Leiden, I'm living there, and there's a place just outside Leiden called Voorhout. I don't know, you might know it. Now, you have 3 words in Dutch. The first one, Voorhout, then you have Voorhout and Voorhout. They sound really similar. One is a little town outside Leiden, one is your foreskin, and one is your windscreen of your car. Right? What an interesting day at Quick Fit that was for Italians. What seems to be the problem? There's a big crack in my foreskin! But it works the other way. It works the other way. Because my ex-missus, the first time she came to Ireland, right, we got picked up in the airport. And it was a friend of mine picked me up. And he had a really nice sports car, right? Came from a wealthy family. And we were driving down. So we were driving down the highway. And my missus was sitting there and she turned around and she went, God, it's like we're in a James Bond car. And she looked at my friend Gary and just went, just don't press the button for the ejaculation seat. After about 40 minutes when I stopped laughing, I said, fuck it, I must get me one of them. Have you seen Teddy? I don't know. We haven't seen him in months. He bought this chair. He's got the seat. It was from Ikea. You know, we haven't seen him at all. He hasn't come out of the house, but apparently he really likes it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely wonderful. Every Teddy Johnson, thank you very much. I want to thank Ken for nurturing my comedy, and not only that, but he's become a really good friend of mine. And Teddy's going to live on a farm for a while. Where's Uncle Teddy? He's living on a farm for a while. No one told me of the fucking bunny farm, but there you go. But I'll be back. Teddy will be back. Thank you very much.
There's one thing there, Teddy, you say, right, you're going back to Ireland to stop drinking, right? I've been doing music and comedy the last 3 years. I'm going to join the corporate world now to stop drinking. That was quite funny, but fucking bad segue there, oh, I died. Anyway, are we ready for our headline act tonight? We're ready for our headline act tonight? Yes! Grow. Come on, let your inner punk out. I want headliner and go. Headliner! This man has been a mainstay of the Dutch and English comedy scene internationally, all around the world. Please welcome the wonderful Edo Berger!
Good evening! Hi, Anita. It's good to be back. How lovely of you all to come out on Remembrance Day. I like Remembrance Day. I like the ceremony. It's one of the few flag-waving Dutch things I like. I'm sort of weary of nationalism. I like Remembrance Day. But it must scare the shit out of the tourists on Dam Square. Just 2,000 people going. It must be, because Amsterdam is already, it's a confusing city for tourists. This is a true story, I had an American guy come up to me and go, "Sonny, can I ask you something?" "Well, sure." He says, "Why do your traffic lights beep?" "Because you're these ticking traffic lights." I go, "Well, sir, that is to help the blind." He says, "Really? That is amazing." He says, "In my country, blind people aren't even allowed to drive." It's confusing. But I like the 2 minutes of silence. I like it because for all the rest, Dutch nationalism is getting out of hand, man. Dutch nationalism is getting out of hand. Dutch people are too proud of their country. Dutch people, if you're foreign, you must have had this Dutch person just desperately trying to explain the country to you and how everything works. And they're always wrong. I'm not making, they're always wrong. If the Dutch person go like, so in Holland, we have the first chamber and the second chamber in Parliament, yes. It's very funny, the first chamber, second chamber, but the first chamber is actually the second chamber. It's really funny. It's so good. And then we have a king, but the king does not have a lot of power, but the king does have a bit of power. When we have the elections. When we have the elections, then the king gets the point, the informateur, informer, you know, like informer, in law school, die school, I go I like you, boom, that's really funny. Dutch people, they're very straightforward, and they mean so very well, but sometimes it's just that they swing off the bat. I was once on a train in between Amsterdam and Utrecht, and I was by the stretch by Maarsen and Breukelen, and there's a big commercial canal right next to where the train runs. And in the 4-seater next to me, there were 4 guys, 3 Dutch guys and 1 African guy. I don't know where he was from in Africa, but he was African, and they knew each other. I think that the African guy was visiting for the first time. And we're sitting there in silence, and at some point the Dutch guy next to the African guy gives him a poke, points out the window at the canal and goes, "Look at that, eh? Look at that. In your country they don't have enough water, and here we have too much." I would have loved to have seen the rest of that visit. They were like, he's staying in one of those Dutch guys' houses, and like, yes, so this is the house, it's very comfortable. Here in Holland, it's, yes, we have a lot of comfortable houses. Yes, big TV, yes, there's a big TV, yes. Oh, a little TV in the kitchen too, yes, so the cooking TV, and oh, in your room where you're staying, there's a little TV as well, yes. It's funny, here in Holland we have a lot of TVs, and your country is usually on the TV. Because that's the kind of shit we say. That's the kind of stuff we do. Dutch nationalism is getting out of hand and Dutch people are recognized because you've got the French and American style of nationalism, the one that was sort of thought of in the 19th century, a lot of flag waving, a lot of national anthem singing, and Dutch people think that they're not nationalistic because of that, because it's slightly different. It's more subtle in the Netherlands. For instance, like last year, a film was made costing 9 million euros, that's one of the most expensive Dutch films ever, on Admiral de Ruyter, 17th century Dutch admiral who kicked the English about a couple of times. Big, and it of course takes place in the 17th century, which is the golden age of the Netherlands. And anybody see that film? Anybody? You did? It's pretty horrible, isn't it? Yes, beautifully, that's still, it's like a pile of shit with a really great shot. It's 50 shades of, look at how the light, look at how it falls on the shit, it's beautiful. And the wind, Dutch people shouldn't make big historical costume dramas. We shouldn't. It's not our style. The Dutch actors have one style of acting. It's, if you're Dutch, you know, if you've seen Dutch films, you know, it's the Dutch school of realism. You know, it's very intense, straightforward kind of realism, yes. You know, it's like, father, we're going to sell the factory. That's Dutch acting, yeah? Go online, go on YouTube. There's a film on it, a Dutch film from 1980s called Amsterdam. Too soon, man. There's one scene in there which to me epitomizes Dutch acting. There's a police officer who sits down a suspect of serial killings, and he sits him down, and he sits down himself, and the first thing he says is, "Okay, now you are going to talk, goatfucker." Oh, that's Dutch acting. So that's one of the reasons, and also like it's Holland is a small country, so 9 million euros, that's a big film, but 9 million euros, that's half a boob in Game of Thrones. That's just sort of, it's a bit of side boob. That's nothing more than that. And there were people protesting the film, and by the way, so but you shouldn't have the Dutch school of realistic acting in a costume drama. It doesn't work. It's too modern. I swear to God, there's a scene in there when one character says to another character, "Come on, man, it's the 17th century, anything's possible." People don't talk like that. People have a tendency not to mention what period of history they're in. There's never like 3 Neanderthals, like cavemen just hunting mammoth, and one of those goes, dude, what we're doing here, so Neolithic. You know? Yes. The Anne Frank family, well, fuck it, it's May 4th, who cares? The Anne Frank family was never like in the attic, in the achterhuis going, "Oh, come on, it's 40-45. Next year we'll laugh about this." There's no idea. And then she's calling. Apparently, you probably have your phone on for important reasons. That's a guy walking away with going, yeah. But there were protests against this film because some people said, look, you shouldn't make a film glorifying Admiral de Ruyter because he was a protector of slavery. And I'm like, yeah, but then again, so everyone was. It's the 17th century. So, for instance, did you know that Rembrandt was a huge homophobe? Did you know that? Rembrandt was a huge homophobe. He thought that homosexuality was a sin against God and nature and should be punished with flogging and banishment. And do you know how historians found out that he was a huge homophobe? Because he lived in the 17th century! Everyone was a huge homophobe, and sexist, and xenophobe. Go back 100 years in time, and 99% of the Dutch population would be people that would make Mark Rutte go, you have to act normal or just go away. That's how history works. But people don't see it that way. People all think, well, we have these nations, and every nation has a mentality, and the values that we have today, we had them then as well. Dutch people do it as well. They say, like, yes, we are a very tolerant people. Very tolerant country. We've always been very, very tolerant. Yes, that's why in our movies, for instance, we always have a lot of nudity and a lot of sex in the movies, Dutch movies. A lot of sex because we're very tolerant. Just to show that we're tolerant, there's no need for the sex, we put a lot of sex in just to show how tolerant we are. Here in Holland we have an actress, she's called Halina Rijn, no one knows what she looks like with clothes on. She walked by me, she was wearing pants, so the other day didn't see her, didn't notice. But that's how history works, it's just, there's no one, it's a strange thing. Like, there's no one who says, I'm not visiting the pyramids in Egypt because they were built by slaves. There's no one that does that. But if you go back far enough in time, then apparently it's okay to be an asshole. That's the thing. Yeah. But Dutch people think that we've always been this way, but it's not true. Like, there was no gay pride parade possible in the 17th century. We didn't have a gay pride parade in the 17th century on the canals. Also because we only had one canal, so it would be very... There's no room for all the boats, all the medieval 17th century barges with 17th century gay guys just standing still. There's nowhere to go. It's just full of boats, one canal. And these guys, 17th century gay guys, are all oiled up and worked on with the big red collar, the big red collar. By the way, literally going so there's no stereos back then. It's just 17th century gay guys go just standing still. No moving. Kevin, dost thou know why we are not moving? I don't know, John. Methinks it is because we only have one canal. Dost thou think so? Yes, me think so, yes. Maybe we should have another canal. Yes, let's dig another canal. We'll call it Herengracht. People don't get how history works. People generally don't get how history works. I used to be a tour guide on the canal boats, and I had an American guy come up to me, and he'd come in through Paris. Right next to one of the runways of Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris is a castle, right? Because it's France. It's castles everywhere in France. In France, if you spit out of a moving train, you're probably hitting a castle. Yeah, they don't like it if you do, French people, by the way. You're going to go, no, 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 no. But American guy says to me, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would anyone want to build a castle so close to an airport? People don't understand how history works, you know? Especially Americans. To Americans, it's all one thing, you know? Anything before Britney Spears is just history, it's one thing. It's all happening at the same time, like Egyptians and Romans and Greeks and Crusades and just all the way up to Thomas Edison. It's all one thing, you know? One of these days, the Americans are going to make a historical costume drama about that castle. It's going to be an American movie producer, see the landing there, he goes, oh my god, that's amazing, there's the airport, there's a cat, we are totally making a film about that castle. They'll shelve out $100 million and they'll get big American actors to do French accents, because that's how French people spoke in medieval times, as we all know, yeah. Big opening scene, lots of extras, camera swoops down into the courtyard of the castle, and the lord of the chateau comes down and gets his men, he goes, oh men, get the horses, get the soldiers, get the swords. Today we are going to ride, we are going to do battle, today we shall conquer. And they'll go, oh, Lord of the Chateau, what do we conquer today? And they go, today we shall conquer. Zoom in, the airport. I love it when people ask you questions and there's just no good answer to. I love that. Like, I'd just been with my girlfriend, well, my now girlfriend. It was one of the, I think second time that she spent the night at my place. And so I'm standing in the kitchen, I'm making breakfast in bed, and feeling very good about myself. And I walk into the bedroom, and my girlfriend, my girlfriend to be, I only just met her, was sitting on the edge of the bed going, so, in the category of difficult questions to ask to your new boyfriend, why is there a dead shrimp behind your bed? Or under your bed? The thing was that, to me, the fact there was a dead shrimp under my bed answered a lot of questions to me. Because I had an aquarium. I did. And I had sweetwater shrimp. They eat algae, like... And I kept losing shrimp. Every day there was one less shrimp in there. Turns out, shrimp jump. Because they live in pools, and in their natural habitat, they go look for other places if it's too small. So apparently, what my shrimp had been doing was to go, I'm going to freedom! Looking for new water. Okay, there's no water here. Okay, good. What the fuck? Okay, no water again. Okay, here we go. There's fudge all around my living room. And just petrifying to a dead shrimp. Story has no good ending yet, but I'm working on it. So thank you. My girlfriend's a doctor, and she recently explained to me the golden rule of how to resuscitate a person, how to give like heart massage. There's a song. Does anybody know which song you have to keep in mind when you give heart massage? Staying alive, yes! You have to go ha 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 ha, staying alive, staying alive. But that's the rhythm. And I keep forgetting. I'm so scared that at some point in time I will have to use that skill. Because I have a very messy mind. And I'm almost 100% sure that if I ever have to resuscitate someone and go, oh, the song, It was something about living. It was keeping someone alive. Sandwiches. Oh yeah, I will survive. That's it. I will survive. First I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many. This is really good. I found you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I knew how to get along. So now I'm back from outer space. Kept thinking I could never. Again, no ending. It's potentially, isn't it? I love questions and I have good answers to. For instance, you know those girls who come up to you, for good causes. You know, they want to sign up to donate for a good cause. First question they always ask you, like they're standing outside in a shopping street or at a station. First thing they come up to you and they ask you always a question to which the answer is always yes. That's a thing. You get trained to do that. You get trained to ask a very general question. You say yes, and then you're stuck in the conversation. You can't walk on as easily as you could. And I flat out refuse. I just refuse whatever they ask me. Like there's a girl come up to me like, hi, can I ask you something? It's always pretty girls, by the way. It's pretty girls, like jumpy, sort of frolicky girls. Go, hi, can I ask you something? Because us men, you've got us. You have got a full male attention span of 7.5 seconds. You come up to us and go, hi, can I ask you something? And we go, titties. Yes, you were saying. The girl comes up to me with the general question and goes, hi, so, do you like children? I'm like, no. With the face, by the way, no. And I let this silence between us marinate for a bit. And after a few seconds, I just slightly just bend over just a bit more to her and go, anal, however. Do you have anything on that? No? Good day to you, madam. And boom, out of the conversation. Because that's important. You have to create confusion, and boom, you're out of the conversation. Because they're assholes, those good calls. They're assholes. Those trying to shock you. I had a girl come up to me at Central Station and go, did you know that every 7 seconds in Brazil, a pitch, no, what was it? Oh yeah, a bit of rainforest the size of a football pitch is cut down every second. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, we're ready in time for the World Cup. And boom, and out of the conversation. That's a tactic. But the weird thing is that those girls are still there, right? But nobody has ever become a member just because they liked it. Just you do that because you feel guilty or you want to move on. You just fucking okay, good. So, but we see them coming from further and further away, right? You recognize them. Like from 100 yards away, you see the girl standing with the matching body warmers and the clipboard. You go, suddenly I'm getting a phone call, la, 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 la. Or like you're on a shopping street and you see them standing, you go, okay, left or right, I'm going for a left, and just you face the shop windows, and you go, la, 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 la. Oh, Zeeman sells underwear. Who knew? Like, yeah. So I think that the good causes, are going to come after us at more implausible and unexpected places, like impractical times to get us. Like in 5 years, they won't be standing at the exit of a station or a supermarket because we expect them there. They'll be at the exit of, say, an abortion clinic. No, really, they're assholes. They are. They're all are. You know, a guy and a girl will be walking out of the abortion clinic. The girl comes up to him and goes, hi, can I ask you something? Do you like other girls? Other babies? I fucked up that punchline, didn't I? Teddy, you've seen me do this bit, right? Yes. Teddy knows it's good, usually. Yeah, if he says so. Yes, thank you. Go back to Cork, you alcoholic bastard. Jesus, you drunk leprechaun.
So my cable's too short.
I met an Irish guy who told me it's the most Irish sentence I've ever heard. He talked about his grandmother who lives Dave lives from Cork, yeah, just outside of Cork, by the way, where he's from. It's true. his grandmother had been to, his Irish grandmother had been to a funeral, and it was a rather young person who had died, so there was lots of people there, and among which were two black people. And his grandma says, David, I've never been to a funeral with so many black people. No, but the thing with the good causes people is, they try to shock you, they exaggerate. You get these ads where they go like, oh, with just a small amount of your money, we can do so much. Small amount of your money goes such a long way. For 50 cents. You know those ads? It's usually celebrity who just looks into the camera and goes, for 50 cents, one child in Ethiopia can get vaccinated, fed, clothed, sent to school, can get a bicycle to go to school on, can get a Billy bookshelf from IKEA, and the Xbox One. And it's just, that's not how it works. Development work is really complex, so be honest, just be realistic. I want to see a realistic ad. If I see this, a realistic ad, I'm putting down €100 straight away. I want to see this ad. For 50 cents, one child in Ethiopia can download the Rain Alarm app. That's true, I'll take that, yeah. For 50 cents, one child in Zambia can send a text message to a child in Gambia. For 50 cents, one child in Romania can do a sensual dance for you for 15 minutes. It's true, that's true, I checked it online. Yeah, websites for that. For 50 cents, one child from Djibouti can get a shopping cart at the Lidl. You know, this is how stuff works. For 50 cents, one child from Bangladesh can park his car in the center of Amsterdam for 3 minutes. That's just how stuff works. I love saying things to people that you shouldn't say. It's one of Stephen's 5 children. All the men are leaving, by the way. It's just, the 3 guys left. There's one guy left who had a phone call, and after 5 minutes, 2 other guys went, family, you must be. So they left. Good. So that was good for the atmosphere. Taking my time. This is a dramatic pause. Or me not knowing how a microphone stand works. Oh, good. It's a dramatic pause. Good. That's one musician going, you dig. Yeah, thank you.
I didn't see a problem with fucking nights as well.
No, so this is my favorite time when I was in an awkward situation where I just didn't know what to say again. I was in a bar in Amsterdam West, very close to here actually, where I used to live. I was sitting by myself and at the bar, and a girl walks in. Pretty girl, nice girl. And she sits beside me, and she starts talking to me, you know, and we do the chitty chatty, you know, the talky, you know. And within 10 minutes, she has told me everything there is to know about her whole life. You know those people? Those people you've just met them, like on the train, and they tell you everything. Their whole lives, they just open up a hatch and just those people the next day come to your house with a truck full of traumas, like beep, beep, beep. Call me. And she tells me everything there is to know about her life, including some very specific details about her incestuous family history. Yeah, you laugh at that way harder than I did. I was sort of like, I mean, what do you say to her like that? Right? Yeah. So, do you have any hobbies? Yeah. And 10 minutes after that, she looks me straight in the eye and she goes, You are coming home with me right now. I walked in and tonight I saw you standing there, I immediately knew, there stands the big brother that I never had. So I went home with her, and yeah, because, you know, as a guy I always say you have to catch them when they're flying low. Yeah, and also, like, when as a guy do you have a legitimate reason to act out the porn fantasy thing, like the porny thing, the thing where when do you have a legitimate reason when you're in bed with a girl, you can actually go like, who's your daddy then? Who's your daddy? You have like a reason to ask. Like, I hadn't expected, and this is where the situation got awkward. I hadn't expected for her to answer the question seriously. She's like, Uncle George, Uncle Henry, quite sure. And I was already sort of embarrassed because her dad was videoing it. And so before I lose the rest of my dignity, this is all the time I had. You've been an amazing audience. Please do come again. See you guys next time.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it remains for me to say, please give it up for Mihai Viju, who opens tonight. Ken Kettle from Shanghai, who came in. Stephen Stahl. The lady with the Pucci bum, Sophie L'Orange. Johnson, the old Irish fucker there. Where is he? I got headliner Edinburgh. One more thing, Planet of the Apes. Think of the monkey. Go ooh, ooh, ooh. A-P-E. Amsterdam. Performances in English.
Yeah.
It's 8. Look it up online or sign our website. There is so much going on in Amsterdam. Of course, now we're coming to the summer season, so comedy tends to go down because all the rooms get slower. But we are doing a series of open-air concerts. Yeah. Open-air stand-up nights. The first one will be in the Houthavens over in the west. At the moment, as the Dutch would call it, it is een gebied in ontwikkeling. Dat is niet de bedoeling. Standard, you standard bastards. But we've got an open air going on. We're going to try and keep it going for the summer. Remember, Amsterdam performances in English. There are so many shows. It would be individuals of me to say now which one to come to. Amsterdam performances in English. Look it up, right? Let's hear it for Nutty, New Anita crew. Come on. Adrian Saeed and the whole crew here. We've been here 3 years. I've been Ken Parsons. That's been Nutty Anitas. Good night.
So, that was a good